The family of an innocent man killed by an alleged street racer is hoping a second driver turns themselves in. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Police say Jose Medina was killed when a speeding driver swerved into his lane. She's facing several different charges, and now investigators are looking for a second driver who sped away from that crash scene. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager spoke to the victim's family this evening. Peyton, what have you learned?
Right, Steve and Heather, we've been following this investigation all week. I sat down with the Medina family this afternoon. The victim, Jose Medina, was coming home from work Sunday evening. He actually left work early to spend time with his family for Mother's Day. Meanwhile, this investigation at the Dallas Police Department is ongoing. Dallas Police, they need the public's help in identifying the driver of that second vehicle. This picture shows 59-year-old Jose Medina surrounded by his children and grandchildren. Sunday evening, Dallas police say a woman street racing in a Ford Fusion hit Medina's pickup truck, killing him. Medina's family, including his wife, were waiting just a few miles away in Pleasant Grove to spend the last few hours of Mother's Day together.
It's weird because he always gets home at 9:30. We're always here waiting for him to get home.
But they noticed Medina's phone GPS wasn't moving near the intersection of 2nd Avenue and Elsie Faye Hagen Street.
When we got there, we saw the truck like that.
Medina's truck was flipped upside down. A blue Ford Fusion also crashed out. The impact so severe the Fusion's engine ejected into the street. Surveillance video just before 7 p.m. shows the Ford Fusion and a black Cadillac speeding down 2nd Avenue when they both lost control. The Fusion swerved into oncoming traffic, colliding with Medina's pickup. But the black Cadillac kept going. Investigators say both cars were traveling at least 60 miles per hour, the speed limit 30 miles per hour.
But how can they be on the streets like that, you know?
Wednesday afternoon, Dallas police released clear pictures of the recognizable black Cadillac. Police say it's a black 2006 Cadillac STS with a yellow pinstripe down the side of the vehicle. License plate RWF3633, clear as day. Detectives now hoping the public can help identify the suspect vehicle. Medina's family also pleading for the driver to turn themselves in.
The kind of justice that we are looking for.
It's so sad how people, they don't think of the consequences they could do to somebody. These people that were coming in that car.
And new today, Dallas police say the driver of that Ford Fusion was officially charged. Her name is 31-year-old Kadisha Jackson. We are still waiting for her mugshot to be released. Jackson faces half a dozen charges, including racing, causing serious bodily injury, and also manslaughter. 2 passengers in Jackson's Ford Fusion, they were also injured. They remain hospitalized. But again, tonight, Dallas police still looking for the driver of that black Cadillac. Steve and Heather, back to you.
All right, Peyton Yeager, thank you. At hearings on Capitol Hill, Democratic lawmakers had sharp questions for Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Jr.
The Democrats attacked him over his overhaul of the agency and the layoffs of thousands of workers. Fox's Caroline Shively has more.
Budget I'm presenting today supports these goals and reflects.
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. facing protesters while testifying in front of a Senate committee. And tough questions from a House panel.
If you had a child today, would you vaccinate that child for measles?
What I would say is my opinions about vaccines are irrelevant.
But that's kind of your jurisdiction because CDC does give advice, right?
Kennedy told lawmakers he didn't think Americans should take medical advice from him. He also spoke about the Food and Drug Administration phasing out fluoride supplement prescriptions.
A meta-review of all the science that now exists on fluoride and showed a direct inverse correlation between fluoride exposure, dose-related, and lower IQ.
And the Food and Drug Administration working to get certain dyes out of food products.
We think we have good science that links almost all of these dyes with ADHD, with neurological injury, with cancer.
Kennedy has laid off 10,000 HHS workers since he took over. Add in the thousands more who took early retirement and deferred resignation, and the department's workforce has shrunk by about a quarter. Lawmakers also accused him of interfering with important programs.
NIH has effectively cut research funding by $2.7 billion this year in comparison to the same period last year. That's a cut of 35% during that period. That includes cutting cancer research by 31%.
We are not withholding any funding for life-saving research.
Okay.
Lawmakers pressed whether DOGE made the sweeping cuts to HHS. Kennedy said he made them, not Elon Musk. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
So 5 of the fastest growing cities in the whole country are in North Texas, according to new data from the Census Bureau.
Yeah, and that includes the city of Princeton in Collin County, which topped the list. Dan Godwin there live this morning with the story. Good morning.
Good morning, Brandon. Generally speaking, population growth is a good thing for cities, helps boost the economy, among other benefits. But there are times when the growth happens too fast and the city just can't accommodate all of the new residents. Princeton, about 45 miles northeast of Dallas, now has the distinction of being the fastest growing city in the U.S. The population size increased by 30% in 1 year. It has more than doubled since 2020. Its population now stands at 37,000. The growth brings lots of jobs, but it's also increasing traffic, straining the water supply, as well as city services and school districts. City leaders say they are trying to manage things so that the quality of life here won't seriously be eroded.
It's growing faster than I think any of us would like, but it's an exciting time. In 2023, we were named the 3rd fastest growing city in the U.S. Now we have that top honor, but it comes with challenges, but also excitement.
The residents, I think that, a lot of us who've been here for a long time, the growth is as shocking. It's shocking for us.
Princeton's mayor and city manager are among the leaders here supporting a moratorium currently in effect on new residential development to allow the city to better plan for future growth. That moratorium only blocks new residential projects, not ones already in the pipeline, and it doesn't apply to commercial development. And Princeton, not alone when it comes to rapid growth in Collin County. Based on the latest census data, 3 other cities here also among the fastest growing in the U.S. They include Anna, Salina, and Melissa. The city of Fate in Rockwall County was the 8th fastest growing. The census data also revealed that Fort Worth is now the 4th biggest city in the state of Texas, beating out Austin for that spot. And Cowtown's population also, for the first time ever, tops 1 million residents. Live at Princeton City Hall, Dan Godwin on Good
Reporting. An Austin band canceled their European tour after one of the band members got detained at DFW Airport. Members of the band Lord Buffalo were boarding their flight at DFW. This was on Monday when they say the drummer, Yamal Saeed, who is a Mexican citizen but has permanent U.S. residency, was removed from the flight by Customs and Border Patrol. He's not yet been released from custody. A senior Department of Homeland Security official says that Saeed violated a restraining order twice, leading to his arrest.